guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I am driving the Maruti Ciaz. This is powered by the new 1.5 liter diesel engine which has been developed in-house by Suzuki. Let's quickly open the engine bay. That is the engine. It says Suzuki DDIS. Finally a real Suzuki DDIS motor, and it is actually quite refined for a diesel. There was insulation there, and as you can see, the car does look nice. Obviously gets a projector setup as well. Lights are bright, lot of chrome treatment. With the update, Maruti has actually made it look quite premium as well. I kind of like the alloy wheels on offer. They also look quite nice. 195/55/16 is the tire size of this vehicle. As you can see, the design, especially in this blue color, looks quite good, and you get chrome door handles, DDI written right there too. But you know, there's nothing to differentiate it from its siblings, that is the car powered by another engine, because there are plenty of engines on offer with the Ciaz. Let's open the boot. Well, the boot is decent size. The spare wheel isn't an alloy, and it happens to be a smaller size tire, which happens to be a 185/65/15. So yes, cost cutting is there. Boot is decent size, actually it's quite big. Car looks nice. Look at the lights, they actually look aftermarket. That's how good it looks. But no mention of diesel at the rear, and just a Suzuki logo. No Maruti Suzuki written on the vehicle either. Yeah, the design is actually quite nice. Maruti has done an impressive job by making the Ciaz look very premium and justifying putting it in Nexa showrooms. Let's quickly get inside. Especially the rear seat is where the Ciaz actually shines, because at the front, unfortunately, there isn't much of a driving feel, especially not at the front. I mean, at the drive, I'm not really going to enjoy driving this car. However, as you can see, the rear seat has plenty of space on offer. There's good amount of leg room, knee room, scooped out seat back, magazine holder, AC vents here, and of course the seats also very comfortable. Under thigh support is actually average. Headroom is decent on offer as well. So it's a comfortable car, and there's a center armrest as well. Somehow you sit high, unlike the Honda City, which actually does not compromise on the under thigh support. But the headroom would be a slight compromise for someone who's actually taller than me. I'm 6'2" tall. Cabin is also wide enough. Floor is almost flat. So yes, this car is actually for the rear bencher, backbencher, right? Backbencher is the word right now. Somehow it's all over the memes. Anyways, right now these are my protectors for my pants, which are lying in this car, and I actually like the airy feel inside the cabin. Although I would have really appreciated it if Maruti would have given it more features. But to talk about more features, let's get there right away. Now that we are at the front, let me tell you that the interior quality is actually nice. The dashboard also looks pretty good, and certainly there are plenty of features on offer. There's cruise control, audio controls on the steering wheel. The steering feels nice to hold. The horn is a bit meek though, and you get this fabulous smart play infotainment system. In fact, in order to get into reverse, you have to lift this and push it ahead. Now it's in reverse. That's a reverse parking camera. It gets guidelines, but the guidelines are not adaptive. It also gets automatic climate control. Plenty of storage bins here, there, whatnot. So yes, the car is practical. The seats are also very comfortable. You get an auto dimming inside rear view mirror. You get a sunglass holder as well. So Maruti has loaded this car with plenty of equipment. You can see the multi-information display reads 17.8 kilometers per liter as the fuel economy of this car. Well, actually it returns up to 22 kilometers per liter in real world driving conditions, which is absolutely fab. So yes, there is good amount of mileage on offer, and certainly value for money is the Ciaz's USP. However, there are certain things which are missing when compared to competition. For starters, this car actually misses out on a sunroof, which is present in both its rivals, the City as well as the Verna. It doesn't get ventilated seats, which again is present in the Verna, and it also loses out on 6 airbags. Yeah, no Maruti car comes with 6 airbags at the moment. Overall quality is great. I mean, panel gaps are not present, but I don't know, mysteriously I found something here below the handbrake. It happens to be, yep, a straw. I don't know how that reached there. Anyways, let's play an audio right away. Yeah, it took 4 seconds for me to press the audio to shut, and it shut. So it takes a little bit of time, slight lag, I don't know why, but otherwise this is a great system. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto connectivity, and it's just very intuitive to use. Somehow the touchscreen actually works brilliantly well. The wipers also work very nice on this car. Yeah, that's right, the wipers work well. A lot of spray, but I've already reviewed the car extensively before. You can click here to see that review. Well, let's get driving right away. Alright, we're all set to go, which means turning off the air conditioning, turning off the hazard light, getting into first gear, handbrake down, and wait a second, turning on the wipers as well. Revving the motor, it revs all the way to 5000 RPM. Yeah, a little bit of wheel spin, but the wheel spin obviously cannot be felt inside because the road is wet, and we are off. As you can see, the motor revs all the way to 5000 RPM. yes, it does rev a lot, and there's good amount of punch on offer as well. This 1.5 liter diesel engine actually produces 95 horsepower and 225 Newton meters of torque. That's the reason Maruti Suzuki calls it as the DDIS 225. And compared to the 1.3 liter multi-jet diesel, this one has 5 more horsepower and 25 more Newton meters. As you can see, performance is actually quite nice. There's good amount of punch on offer, and certainly the mid-range is on the stronger side. But when you compare it to the 1.3 liter multi-jet diesel, you realize that the mid-range isn't as strong because low-end lag is better contained in this car. So there is a decent amount of punch lower down, but yes, there is quite a bit of lag below 1500 RPM, and it only gets going post 2000 RPM. So right now driving in stop-go traffic is less of an issue compared to the 1.3 liter multi-jet diesel. But yes, when compared to the Honda City, this diesel engine still doesn't have the best low-end grunt, so drivability could have been better. And because overall power delivery is so linear in this car, there is no mid-range kick in the pants feel either. So everything is so freaking linear. However, this engine does like to redline all the way above 5000 RPM, and it has a top end too. So when you compare to the Honda City, it doesn't have the same level of bottom end performance. When you compare to the Hyundai Verna, it doesn't have the same level of mid-range performance. But when you compare it with any other engine in the market right now in terms of top end, this actually feels the best. However, refinement levels are greatly better than the 1.3 liter multi-jet diesel engine because of two reasons. Firstly, it gets a dual mass flywheel, which is both expensive and time consuming, and that is the reason why this engine was supremely delayed. And the other bit which reduces the noise, vibration and harshness is the fact that it runs a lower compression ratio, lower than obviously the 1.3 liter multi-jet diesel. It uses an aluminium block. The 1.3 liter multi-jet diesel actually uses a cast iron block. That's why this engine is actually 20 kgs lighter. The diesel Ciaz is the lightest car in its segment as far as diesels go. It weighs around 1130 kgs, and due to which performance is actually quite good in spite of the mediocre 95 horsepower, because the Verna produces a lot more at around 126 horsepower. Now there is a small problem here. The gearing is on the taller side, so you have to really put it into lower gears to get going quickly. Otherwise, it simply lacks the outright punch to make faster moves. That said, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour takes around 12 seconds, and it is faster than the 1.3 liter multi-jet diesel and feels greatly more refined as well. Overall punch is there, and fuel economy is stellar at 26.82 kilometers per liter as per ARAI, which is absolutely mind-boggling. This, in spite of the fact it doesn't get a mild hybrid system. Yes, there is no mild hybrid system on offer, like is the case with the multi-jet diesel motor. The clutch is really very light, and the gearbox is smooth shifting. Now this is a 6-speed gearbox and offers really nice shifts too. And overall, I would say Maruti has done a great job with this diesel engine. But how did they develop this engine? Well, it's quite simple. They took the 800cc diesel engine which was there in the Celerio. They took two of them, glued them together, and they actually reduced the stroke of the engine. So the bore is the same, but the stroke has been reduced to come under 1500cc, and the reason under 1500cc is obvious: for taxation benefits. And certainly this motor really shines as far as NVH goes, something which was lacking in the 800cc diesel engine, which was doing duty in both the Celerio as well as the Super Carry LCV. Now the motor isn't very fast revving, but loves to go above 5000 RPM, and the crucial thing here is there is no diesel clatter as such. Yes, refinement levels are great. It actually feels kind of smooth when you get it into the top end as well, but it could have done with a better mid-range punch because it doesn't have such a low-end lag as the multi-jet diesel. It doesn't have a pronounced mid-range either. So yes, it could have done with slightly more exciting performance, but for the most part, for regular driving, there is ample grunt on offer. And it's a big step up from the 1.3 liter multi-jet diesel engine, which certainly won't meet BS6 emission norms. This one right now is meeting BS4 emission norms, and Maruti will be able to upgrade it to meet BS6 emission norms as well. When you're out on the highway, you want to make a quick overtake, it is recommended you downshift because of the taller gearing, which has been done in the interest of fuel economy here. Braking performance is good, brakes are sure-footed as well, and there's good amount of grip on offer as well. Don't get short, good brakes, I would say. So I would say that the suspension is on the softer side, which gives it a great... Okay, thank you for gear shifting. So we have an automatic diesel right now here, thanks to Neha. Anyways, that aside, the ride quality is brilliant. It feels soft, it feels cushy, and it actually absorbs almost everything in its stride. Such great is the ride quality of the Ciaz because of the soft suspension. However, high-speed stability is also good in spite of the soft suspension due to the longer wheelbase. And off we go. Getting off from a signal with a clean start is not a problem at all because of the good grunt on offer from this motor. and Maruti could have offered it a variable geometry turbo, because this one gets a fixed geometry turbo. Yeah, there's good amount of grip on offer, so makes you smile while spraying water as such. That said, when I get hard onto the gas, I realize that the built up of power isn't that fast as such. Okay, it is mediocre. It could have definitely done with a lot more punch. Probably a variable geometry turbocharger would have helped in this regard. Now, due to the soft suspension system, over real bad roads there is some bounciness, especially at higher speeds, but on good roads the car maintains its own line and does a great job as well. So overall ride quality is great. Body roll obviously is there due to the soft suspension and the massive length of the vehicle. Massive length more in terms of wheelbase, but the biggest problem with the Ciaz happens to be the steering wheel. I just cannot understand how Maruti, which makes one of the best steering wheels, or at least used to make one of the best steering wheels with its older cars, has managed to make a steering wheel which just doesn't have any feel whatsoever. And dare I say it, the Verna actually offers much more feel than the Ciaz in terms of steering feel and feedback. This one is supremely soggy. Center head position, there is no feel whatsoever, and you know what, at lower speeds it just feels too heavy when trying to make a quick turn. So there are a lot of problems with the steering wheel. I don't know what they've done here, but I think in the interest of making it more efficient and easy to drive, the Ciaz doesn't have any soul whatsoever. Which brings me to the crucial question. Maruti Suzuki is saying that it will not sell diesel cars when BS6 norms come into play. Then why have they put in so much effort, money, R&D into making a diesel engine of their own? Maybe to prove a point, or maybe to be on the safer side, just in case tomorrow the market does shift to diesel engines. Maruti Suzuki has an engine ready which can be plonked into every other car as well. But that aside, let me tell you, this engine is absolutely fab. It offers great performance, feels punchy too, and is quite refined as well. However, the variant to variant price difference between the 1.3 litre multi-jet diesel engine and the 1.5 litre Maruti diesel engine happens to be just a mere rupees 40,000 on road. For that price, you get a dramatically better engine in almost every way, modern, and the weight has been well worth it. The price difference between the petrol and this engine happens to be rupees 2 lakhs, which certainly seems quite a lot. Unless your running isn't much, diesel doesn't seem to be making much sense over here. That said, there are 3 variants on offer. Price ranges between 11.5 lakhs to 13.5 lakhs, which is the price of the car I'm driving today. Meanwhile, the 1.5 litre diesel engine isn't available in the Sigma trim, in which the 1.3 litre diesel engine is also available, which is available in 4 variants in total. In the next few months, Maruti is going to phase out the 1.3 litre multi-jet diesel, which not only uses Fiat's engine but also Fiat's gearbox. This gearbox is made by Maruti. This engine is made by Maruti. This car is made by Maruti. Finally, I'm driving a Ciaz which has been completely made by Maruti. Well, that's just a joke, because the petrol powered Ciaz is definitely made by Maruti, from the powertrain to the body to everything else in between as well. The Ciaz is a great car. It is priced very attractively as well when compared to competition. However, it just doesn't have a soul. It feels very soggy. It doesn't give you much feel or feedback. So it's not a car which is good for handling, but because it has good amount of space on offer and is also quite comfortable, has plenty of features too, makes it a great option for those who are looking for a value for money pick. With this diesel engine, I just hope Maruti also decides to throw in an automatic, because once they do that, the Ciaz would be unbeatable in this segment as far as comfort and value for money goes. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, you know what you have to do. Give it a thumbs up. That's the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. Meanwhile, I'm sure you guys have been noticing on the cluster the light is changing. So the light changes between green and blue depending on how you're driving. So when you get hard on the throttle, you can see the light is actually changing to blue, and when you are off the throttle, it actually changes to green. Just to tell you, you're driving eco-friendly. Oh my god, that is so Honda City. Bye bye guys, bye. How was the car?
Honda City.
How was this car, the Ciaz diesel? You liked it? You didn't like it? Why? What you didn't like?
Automatic नहीं है.
Diesel automatic. Verna has a diesel automatic. Yeah, if you don't turn, how will I put the doll? Now I'll have to. Okay, rotate it and do it. Bye bye.